How's it going, guys?
Hey, Oren.
Yeah.
Welcome.
You've been on the other side. I know the Eagles and 49ers have some history, recent history. How's it feel to be on this side of the
Man, I'm excited to be here in Philly. Just feeling the vibe here in the building. It's exciting, man. Just got a great culture, a lot of history here. I grew up in D.C., not too far away, so just good to be on the East Coast as well. But excited to get to work.
Why here?
I just feel like it was the best fit for me, my family, in terms of just like coming here to compete. Obviously, they played at a high level here for a long time, and I just like the situation, linebacker room, special teams wise, and then just the culture here as well. So just a good fit.
You mentioned linebacker and special teams. What expectations do you have for your role this season?
I'm just going to add value wherever I can, wherever that's on special teams, defense, wherever I can. I know the type of player I am. They obviously like my tape enough to bring me here, so I know that they see something in me that I know I can bring to the table.
I know it wasn't there while you were there, but had you heard about Michael Clay while you were in San Francisco?
Yeah, we had a little bit, yeah. But ultimately, just on teams, for me, it's all about just effort and 1-2. And I feel like on my tape, like I didn't play a ton of teams as much last year because I was a little bit more in defense. But you look at my time in Green Bay and early in San Francisco, like I was a difference maker on special teams. So I know that could definitely be my role here as well.
How did the whole process go for you last week, and who did you talk to here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you talk to a lot of teams, a lot of different places, but just happy to be here and landed in a good spot. And I feel like the fit is just a great fit for me here. So that's why we ended up coming here to Philly, but just ready to get to work.
When you speak about fit, how much of that has to do with the scheme, and what in particular did you like about it?
Yeah, scheme. First of all, like the defensive line here is amazing. So as a linebacker, who wouldn't want to play behind this defensive line? And then just the culture around, just wanting to win, playing at a high level. I feel like those are the things I've kind of looked at in terms of fit.
You mentioned you're an East Coast guy. Did you want to come closer here, or did it just work out that way because you liked this situation?
Yeah, it kind of worked out that way. It wasn't something that was like I have to have this going into free agency, but it's definitely a plus.
How familiar are you with Vic Fangio and his defense, and what kind of stands out to you about it?
Yeah, I feel like Vic, he just has a reputation around the league of just being a relentless defense that, ultimately just like finds results. So just seeing a lot of scheme, throughout the years as a defender, I've really come to respect it, but want to kind of dig into a little bit of the X's and O's a little bit more here in the future.
You spoke about playing more defense. It's not often that year 6 is when someone kind of comes on as a defensive player. What do you think you showed last year, on defense in particular?
I feel like my tape kind of just jumped off the table going from year 1 to year 2 into the system, so really getting comfortable with the Niners system last year. The opportunity came up where Azeez left, and I stepped into that third linebacker role. And then whenever my name was called, I was ready to step up and play. So I feel like for me, I was just always being ready when the opportunity comes up. That's what I kind of pride myself on, and just ultimately just effort. Like I'm going to give everything I got every play. And I think that showed on tape this last year too.
You had 1 year with D'Amico Ryans as your defensive coordinator, as a former inside linebacker. What did you learn from
Man, D'Amico was a hell of a coach, man. I really learned a lot about just the game of football from a linebacker perspective, just mentality that you have to have as a linebacker. I know he had some time here as well, and I just have a ton of respect for him and how he coaches ball, how he lives his life.
In the Super Bowl, you had to step in after Dre's injury. What did you take from that experience?
Man, it's the highest stage in sport. I tried to be as ready as possible. Ultimately, we didn't get the job done at the end, but I feel like for that, just getting a taste of that Super Bowl, you want to get back. It just makes you really hungry. This team has been close to a Super Bowl, a couple of years ago as well. So I definitely get the vibe that everybody's ready to take that next step.
Has it ever been difficult to remain patient during your career, kind of waiting for a bigger opportunity on defense?
Yes and no. I feel like perspective-wise, like you're always like, when is my shot gonna happen? But for me, I've always just tried to be ready whenever that does come, and just having perspective of like I have a family that cares about me regardless of what my role is. That I'm gonna come home and still be a great husband, be a great brother, all that kind of stuff. I have a God that loves me that gives me a lot of peace as well. But yeah, I don't know. You just kind of have to keep stepping every day by day, trying to be a better version of yourself.
I was looking through your personal website, they
Yeah.
have a lot of other interests in
Yeah.
business and music and other things. Are there things within Philadelphia that were attractive to you in that? How do you
Yeah, I'm
operate?
excited to explore, the city. Obviously, there's a lot going on here. I'm not really privy to the specifics, but definitely looking forward to a new city.
Between a new scheme, getting to know new teammates, moving, all that, what's the most daunting thing of changing teams for you?
Just knowing names, honestly. Like, you meet a lot of people today. I'm meeting, everybody's going to remember me because I'm the new guy. But, for me, like, I got to come back and remember everybody's name. So that's probably the biggest thing.
Speaking of that, have you spent time with Devin White today?
I haven't seen him yet, but I'm excited to get to work with him.
How would you describe your game to the fan? What do you think you do well, and what do you sort of hang your hat on?
Yeah, I'm a long guy, obviously 6'3" frame, a lot of speed. I pride myself in making tackles in space, being relentless. Yeah, that's kind of the name of my game, fast and physical.
What were some of the biggest lessons you learned from the two linebackers in San Francisco?
Man, one was just the preparation, just being around Fred Warner. I think he's one of the best linebackers in the game, but the way that he prepares in OTA is the same way that he prepares during the Super Bowl, just in terms of a mindset. So hoping to, emulate some of those into my own process and, kind of bring that here to Philly.
Why did you decide you wanted to get involved with the NFL PA executive?
Yeah, ultimately, I feel like the exec committee, it's calling for you to be a servant leader. For me, that's having your ear to the ground, hearing the issues that the players have, and being an advocate for them on their behalf. And I had a similar role, in college. I was Student Athlete Advisory Council president and voicing our opinion to our college and SEC and beyond. And I feel like we're in an important time, like moving towards a CBA further down the road. But I really like the leadership role that brings up.
You guys are good? All right, great.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
You can help us jump from 4 in that.